This is my first YouTube video. I will try to do one, maybe two every week, but I'm not making any promises. So this is my About Me video. If you have any ideas for other videos, just leave them in the comments below. But I will start my About Me. My name is Bradley Miller. I was born October 7th, 1993. I was 10 weeks early. I was really sick when I was born, so I had to stay in the hospital for a little over a month. Didn't end up coming home until the day after Thanksgiving. I was so tiny that I came home in Cabbage Patch Kids clothes. So yes, very, very tiny. My parents are Donnie Miller and Stacy Crenwell. But the next thing I'm going to tell you is going to sound a little weird. At the age of 2, when our trailer caught fire, the alarms were going off and I wasn't doing anything. Wasn't crying, wasn't doing anything. So my parents had me checked out and I was deaf. I don't have any hearing aids. I can't take anything out of my ears. But my surgeries, I had 4 of them. I had tubes put in my ears, so I can hear perfectly fine now. So yay for hearing. And so with that, I had to learn how to speak correctly. My parents would cover up their mouths so you can hear me, but you can't see my words and my lips. So, because I was able to read lips, obviously, if they had to cover up their mouth. But then they also had to help me form the words by putting their face up to mine and moving their jaw to help me move mine. And then my sister, who is 3 years younger than I am, also helped me learn. My brother, who is 4 years older than I am, also helped a lot. Let's see. So my brother, his name is Kevin, and he's a United States Marine. Go Marines. My sister is a junior in high school, and her name is Rebecca. But back to me. I was a pretty normal kid. I had a lot of energy. Kindergarten through 2nd grade, I was pretty normal. 3rd grade, I wasn't comprehending almost anything. So I had my parents. I didn't have my parents. My parents chose to fight the school board to move me back into 2nd grade. They ended up winning, so I went from a class of about 23 students to 9. So I am grateful that that has happened, and I can now comprehend a little bit more. Sometimes I'm just plain stupid, but that's okay. It's life. What can you do? But I finished that year with them. But that summer going into 3rd grade, for the 2nd time, would change my life forever. I ended up doing stuff with some of the neighborhood boys. Yes, I said neighborhood boys. And at that point, I knew I was gay. Yes, I know that's pretty young to know that when you're gay, but you don't really get to choose to be gay. Because if I had the choice, I wouldn't be gay. But I didn't wake up one morning and said, "Oh, hey, I'm gay." No, that's not how anybody works. If that's what you think, then sorry, but you're wrong. Uh, but I didn't want to be at all. So I chose to cover it up majority of my life. But I will get back to that part of my gayness here shortly. But that next summer, my parents ended up separating. It's a good thing. So don't say sorry that my parents are divorced. I'm actually kind of happier, but I was forced to move with my mom, my sister, and my brother to Rochelle, and I had a fresh start. Nobody knew me. I knew nobody, so it was kind of a fresh start to a new place. So I wasn't gay anymore, I guess you could say. But now my mom is remarried. She's been married for 5 or 6 years, and his name is Scott. And they seem pretty happy with where their life is going right now. And my dad is happily remarried to my stepmom Gretchen. They just had their 4th year anniversary, and they seem pretty happy. They have 18-month-old. I love the little guy. His name is Alden, and I would basically do anything for the guy. He is really cute. I watch him almost every day. I love him, as I said many times. But before I get too far off topic, like I said, I had a fresh start in Rochelle. I started 4th grade. I had my 4th and 5th grade year. They were pretty awesome. I had probably the best teachers that any 4th and 5th grader could ask for. But when I went to middle school, it was definitely different for me. Different classes, different classrooms, different teachers. But I learned quite a bit. I didn't grow up quite as how I wanted to in middle school, but 6th and 7th grade were probably the easiest in middle school. My 8th grade year was the toughest. I lost my grandpa that November of 8th grade year, and I was constantly picked on, constantly bullied in 8th grade. I was called gay, called a queer, called a fag every day. And I really didn't have that many close friends that would stick up for me. But for the ones who did, I am grateful for you guys, and I'm happy that you guys are still in my life. But I went and told teachers, like you're supposed to, if you see something going on, and nobody helped. So I dealt with a lot of my issues my own way. I would blow up on kids, like just start yelling, and then I would get kicked out of the class. And then the assistant principal told me that I was the cause of the problem, that if I acted normal, I wouldn't have the problems that I had. I ended up getting jumped in the locker room. My parents were going to press charges, but didn't. Towards the school, because the school wasn't going to do anything about it. But it was different, because I still knew I was gay at the time, and I really didn't have anybody. So I decided to take drastic measures, and I almost committed suicide. And I put the belt around my neck, and went into the closet, and I couldn't do it. So I'm thinking that I had somebody to help me with that issue right there. Um, and I did a lot of thinking that night. I told myself, hey, this isn't how it should be. It's selfish. You can't do it. And I thought about who would miss me, my mom, my dad, and I wouldn't be where I am today I if I did it, obviously. And but I was still in the closet. I didn't come out yet. Freshman year to senior year, I dated this girl on and off, and she helped me realize who I was, and she helped with a lot of things in my life, and we are still great friends today. But we broke up the last December, our senior year, and I was actually at work one night, and my coworker told me that I needed to go be myself. So that's what I ended up doing, and I came out to myself. Nobody else knew at that time, or they knew, but they were waiting for me to come out on my own terms. So I finally realized, hey, it's time to start telling the truth to everyone, but mostly to myself. And so when I did, I came out in January, and I was shocked about how many people actually supported me. And but now I am living in Rockford, and I'm with my dad and my stepmom, and my little brother, who I love so much. And I am leaving in February for basic training for the Navy. Go Navy, yay. And I'm surprised about how many people support me on that. I have lost quite a bit of friends throughout the years. I still have quite a few friends that I still talk to, and to the people who aren't really in my life anymore, I kind of want to say I'm sorry, but it's just how life is. Sometimes you gotta cut out the closest people, like I have. And the closest people are sometimes the people that bring you down the most. But I am sorry how I treated you and how I treated our situations and how we grew apart. But that's life. Kind of gotta just roll with the punches. But to the people that are still in my life, I want to say thank you. And I hope that you will always be in my life, and that you will always support me in everything I do, as I support you in everything that you would do. But I'm grateful for where I am today. I wouldn't be where I am without the people that meant the most to me. So thanks again. But until next time, stay beautiful, keep smiling, and if you want me to talk about more things, different topics, more about myself, if you want, you can try to find me on Facebook. I'm not that hard, but just comment, subscribe, message me on Facebook if you find me. But until then, I am signing off. Goodbye.